Hey everyone, what's going on? It's your girl Bulama. Welcome to another video. So as you can see, I'm kind of just prepping my hair to go to my bed, nothing fancy. But instead of talking about my hair, as you can see by the title, we are doing a what I've learned in my first year of being in my 30s, or what I've learned up until now, just some staple truths that I think I've learned so far in my life, and I wanted to share them with you guys. So let's get into it. So as you guys can see, just pointing out that the front of my hair has been growing in very nicely. In previous videos, I talked about just some of the postpartum that I experienced, and we thank God for the growth. Amen. Amen. Anyways, guys, so the first point that I want to share with you guys, something that I've learned since turning 30, or up to turning 30, has been financial management, getting my money right. Learning to manage my money wisely is definitely an essential skill. It's something that, our boys will definitely learn at a very young age. Learning how to budget, how to save money, how to invest wisely, how to avoid debt. Yes, this is something that I've had to learn over the years. I thank God for Odin and just how he's much better at this than I am. And so I've learned a lot from him and just from other people on how, budgeting and, delayed gratification, and knowing that you don't just spend because you've earned the right to spend. And so I've just kind of had to learn these things, as I've gotten older. So that's something that I've learned as a truth, I guess. Another point that has really stuck out for me, or has been, I guess, a staple in my mind, has been self-care. And I've talked about this, I think, a lot. I'm prioritizing my physical and mental health, and not engaging in relationships, conversations that's going to stress me out. I'm working on it. Exercising, eating right, managing stress, taking care of my emotional well-being, because I'm a wife, I'm a mother, I am a person, I'm a therapist, I'm a sister, I am a daughter. And so how do I maintain my emotional, spiritual, physical well-being, right? And not that I prioritize that over everything else, because I think some people just live a life of self-care, which is a whole other video. But you get what I'm saying, like prioritizing your mental health. I don't play with my sleep anymore. I make sure I try and get, as much sleep as possible, because these things affect how I function in the world, and what I'm able to offer to my clients, what I'm able to offer to my husband, and what I'm able to offer to my children. So taking care of myself ensures that I am the best self that I can be, and that's important. I think something else that I've also learned over the years is to pursue my passions and my interests. I think I spent a lot of my 20s trying to just be so hard on myself, and a lot of things passed me by because I didn't know how to enjoy the moment. And it's something that, of course, I wish I can go back and change. I can't. But learn to, explore more passions, explore more, interests, travel, learn new language, take up a new hobby, try new things, all within reason, right? You need money to do these things a lot of times. So also, you need to work so you can pursue your passions and interests a lot of times. But just not being afraid to explore and try new things, because you don't know what you don't like until you try it. Another, I guess, skill, or another thing that I have really been, I've learned over the years, is building relationships and maintaining relationships. Putting up healthy boundaries, knowing when to say no, knowing when to say yes, knowing when something doesn't work for you, knowing how to stretch yourself sometimes. These are all things I've learned in my first year of my 30s, and I'm grateful for this lesson. Learning that, as I said before, I serve in my relationships, and my relationships serve me. And so knowing, how to do that well is really important. We're social beings, we're social creatures, and we're made for relationships, and that's how we strive, that's how we thrive. It's from the relationships that we have, right? I think the last point, and maybe one of the most important points I've learned, and this last point I've learned most recently, is how would I say this? Sincerity in life doesn't weigh a lot. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like, I think a lot of times I grew up with a lot of people who were truly sincere, whether it was in their walk with Christ or just in their pursuit of things. And being sincere is not enough. Having a good heart is not enough. You have to have a drive for life. You have to have a drive to succeed and do well, because having just good intentions is not enough. You can't pay your bills with good intentions. You can't get that job you want with good intentions, right? And so I used to think sometimes that just having good intentions was enough. Having a good desire was enough. It's not. And I've learned this skill or this thought. This thought has found expression in my life in so many different ways. I can't even begin to express or share how I've learned this over the years. But yeah, that's just something I want to leave with you guys. Like, it's sincerity is important, but don't hang your hat on it. You need more than sincerity. You need more than just having a good desire. You need more than just wanting to do well in thought, right? It takes a process. It takes an understanding. It takes putting in work, with the grace of God, obviously. But it's something that it hit me like a ton of bricks when certain situations when certain situations has kind of happened for me. I was like, it's not enough that I actually just wanted good things to happen. That's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough to have a pity party for yourself. It's not enough to be sad about it. Being saddened is an emotion, and I might feel sad, but it's not going to help me in the long run. And so, guys, this is just it. I'm done. I hope this was helpful. I hope you were encouraged. I hope you've had something to think about. My hair is combed. I'm ready for bed. And I will see you guys in another video.